Hi, friends. Today we're going to see our friend Curious George and a big giant truck that sometimes you see at school when we go outside. It's a big giant truck that picks up lots of garbage. Do you know what it's called? Yeah, a garbage truck, right? Now let's see our good friend Curious George, our silly, sassy little monkey friend, and the dump truck. Oh, this is George. He lived with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. This morning, George was playing with his toys when he heard a funny noise outside his window. It sounded like a quack, quack, quack. George was curious. What could it be quacking underneath his window? It was a duck, of course. Then George heard another quack and another. Why, it was not just one duck, it was another duck and some other ducklings. Ducklings were something new to George, and how funny they were. He watched the ducklings waddle after their mother. Where were they going? George was not curious for long. Soon he was waddling after Mother Duck, too. Let's count all of our duckling friends. How many do we see? Right now, the ducklings are the baby ducks, so this is Mama Duck. Now we have duckling number 1, duckling number 2, duckling number 3, duckling number 4, and duckling number 5. Good job! There are 5 babies, 5 ducklings. Now he could see where they were going. Oh, do you see George following the 5 baby ducklings and the mama duck? Yeah, so silly, George. The ducks waddled all the way to the park. George loved the park. Today he saw children flying kites and gardeners planting trees by the pond. Then George saw something he had never seen in the park before. What do you think it could be? What do you think he saw? It was a dump truck. And it was big. In fact, George was not even as tall as one wheel. George forgot all about the ducklings and stopped to look. It would be fun to sit in such a big truck, thought George. No one was inside the truck, and the window was wide open. George could not resist. Oh, friends, do we go into cars or trucks? No, not by ourselves like that. Oh no, we need our grown-up with us. He was too small. If only there were something to climb on. Would this make a good step for a monkey? Sitting in the truck was not so fun for a little monkey after all. George couldn't even see out the window. Well, it turns out that little step he took on the levers over here turned out to be a good step for him. Now George could see out the window. He saw grass and trees and a family eating a picnic, and suddenly George heard a low rumble sound. Was it his stomach rumbling? He wondered. It had been a long time since he ate breakfast. But the rumbling was not coming from George's stomach. Where do you think it could be? It was coming from the back of the truck. George was curious. He climbed out of the window. Then, like only a monkey can, he swung up on top of the truck. Now he could take a look. He saw the truck was filled with dirt. George was excited. What could be better than a truck full of dirt? George jumped right in the middle of it, sitting on top of the dirt. George felt the truck bed begin to tilt. Do you think he pulled the pulley that makes the trunk. Makes the dump truck dump? Oh no. It tilted higher and higher and higher, and dirt began to slide. It was sliding right into the pond. George slid with it. George was having fun. Whee! But the pile in the pond got bigger and bigger and bigger until the fun was all gone. Just then the gardeners came back from lunch and stood with their mouths wide open. They saw the empty dump truck, the pile of dirt in the pond, and a very muddy monkey. They knew just what had happened. But before they could say a word, George heard a familiar sound. He heard more quacking. The gardeners heard it too. Then they heard people laughing. "Look," said a girl, "the ducks have their own island." Indeed they did. The pile of dirt made an island in the pond, and Mother Duck and all her ducklings were waddling right on top. Oh, look at that. It is an island. It's land surrounded all by water. Wow. George was sorry he had made such a mess, but the gardeners didn't seem to mind. "We were planting more trees and flowers to make the park nicer for people," said one of the gardeners, "but you've made the park nicer for ducks too." Later, a small crowd gathered at the pond. "Would you like to help me feed the ducks?" a girl asked George. George was delighted. Soon everyone was enjoying the park more than ever before, including the ducks, who were the happiest of all in their new home. The end. Whoa, friends! Not only did George go for a ride in his dump truck, see some ducks and waddle with them, but he also made an island just for the ducks. Crazy, right? Yeah. Well, friends, we have a special song about our dump trucks. I know that some of you know it, and for those that don't, you'll get to know it soon. Are you ready for the dump truck song? Yeah? Okay, let's get started. 1, 2, 3. Twinkle, twinkle, garbage truck, what a helpful truck you are. Picking up garbage at the door, picking up garbage from the floor. Twinkle, twinkle, garbage truck, what a helpful truck you are. Yay! Okay, friends, that's all the time we have for right now, but you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.